Hi everyone, so with the release of Season of the Deep and Destiny 2, many different exotic armor pieces and exotic weapons were updated, making many of them viable for some of the best builds in the game. With this update, many new exotics can now work with the different subclass elements, such as Jolt specifically for this build. Now, one of the armor pieces that was changed to work with Arc 3.0 was the Crown of Tempests, allowing it to now restore Arc abilities on Jolt Final Blows along with Arc ability Final Blows. What this creates is a much better Crown of Tempest build that can surpass many of the Arc builds of last season and can become even better with the artifact mods that are available this season to use. So, without wasting any more time, let's see how this build works. Starting off, it's important to note that this build is not at its max potential, as I do not have all the artifact mods unlocked that will make it so great. Speaking of artifact mods, the ones that you will want to use once you unlock them is Lightning Strikes twice after throwing an Arc Grenade, gain increased grenade recharge for a short time. Arc Final Blows extend the duration of this benefit. Considering how many Arc ability Final Blows you're going to be getting your Arc Grenade back almost instantly. Another artifact perk you're going to want to use with this is Shock and Awe. Arc Final Blows while you are amplified summons a burst of lightning that damages and jolts targets. And lastly, you want to use Electric Armor, stay amplified longer while your Arc subclass is equipped, simply allowing you to stay amplified much longer. Going into the exotic you want to use for the build, this is Crown of Tempests. The exotic perk for Crown of Tempests is Conduction Tines. Arc ability or Jolt Final Blows increases the recharge rate of your Arc abilities and extends the duration of Storm Chance. Make sure the weapon you're using has Bolt Shot in it, plenty of weapons can have it. Moving on to your Arc subclass, you want to use Storm Chance as your super ability. You want to use Healing Rift, Chain Lightning, and Storm Grenade. Keep in mind that Chain Lightning was buffed, allowing it to jolt targets that you hit, and while amplified, it creates an additional set of chains. For your aspects, you want to use Arc Soul, cast your Rift to create an Arc Soul that fires at targets in front of you. While amplified, your Arc Souls are supercharged and gain increased fire rate. Now, Arc Soul is just a beast ever since it was updated a few seasons ago, and it's just a great option for every build. The other aspect you want to use is Electrostatic Mind. Defeating targets with Arc abilities and defeating jolted or blinded targets creates an Ionic Trace. Collecting Ionic Traces makes you amplified. If you saw in the gameplay how many Ionic Traces I was picking up, that pretty much makes you almost always amplified. For the fragments, I'm using Spark of Ions. Defeating a jolted target creates an Ionic Trace. Spark of Magnitude, your lingering Arc Grenades have extended duration. Spark of Discharge, Arc Weapon Final Blows have a chance to create an Ionic Trace. And finally, Spark of Shock, your Arc Grenade jolts targets. Moving on to my armor, on my helmet, I'm using a Heavy Ammo Finder mod to give myself extra heavy ammo, and the Ashes to Assets Armor mod, which gives you a gain in bonus super energy on grenade kills. This mod will be instrumental to getting your super back faster because your grenade will be coming back so quickly and you'll be spamming it out and getting as many kills as possible. Lastly, I'm using a Siphon mod that allows my arc weapons to generate orbs of power. On my arms, I'm using a Firepower mod. Your grenade final blows create orbs of power. I'm also using Grenade Kickstart. When your grenade energy is fully expended, you gain grenade energy. This will just get you back your grenade much faster, even though you're already getting back extremely fast. And finally, I'm using Momentum Transfer. Causing damage with the grenade reduces your melee cooldown, and keep in mind your melee will also be jolting targets. On my chest piece, I'm using the Resistance mod of my choice, along with the Solar Reserve mod, simply for my heavy weapon. You can put on whatever reserve mod you want for your heavy weapon. On my legs, I'm using an Innervation mod, reduces grenade cooldown each time you pick up an orb of power, working with your arm mod to allow you to get your grenade back quicker. I'm also using the Stacks on Stacks mod. Picking up an orb of power grants you one additional stack of armor charge, simply allowing me to use my Grenade Kickstart mod more often. And finally, I'm using a Solar Weapon Surge mod for my heavy weapon. On my bond, I'm using 2 Bomber mods, reduces grenade cooldown when using a class ability. This will just be key for a poor grenade throw, or if you didn't get enough grenade energy back, to use your class ability and get your grenade back. And finally, the last mod is Outreach. Reduces melee cooldown each time you use your class ability, just allowing you to get back that class ability to jolt targets if you really need it. So that's the build. I'm really excited to start using it in endgame activities, and let me know down in the comments what you think of this build and what you might put into it to improve it. Thanks for watching and have a good day.